Hello, hello. I didn't wait you make the whole 2 minutes because we are a little bit late, but that's okay. I was only a little bit late, so we came quickly. We came quickly. So Joe and I just went to the opening of the, I think it's called Out of Hand exhibition by Stitching and Beyond, which is at the Long Gallery for the next 2 weeks. Lots of really interesting stuff there. Okay. So if you are new here, or if it's asking you to, can you I can see you all. I can see your names, but it might be on groups. If you're new and you haven't, so I do have a One Hi Helen Facebook user. So if you're new, you'll see that link in the comments that you need to tap on and approve your comments. Yeah, if you're watching on the Stitch with Helen group rather than the Hugs and Kisses page, I can't see who you are again, but the rest of you I can see. That's good because they fixed it. So who have we got here? We've got Andrea, hello, Rhonda, Michelle. I don't know who. Hi, Helen, better late than never, my friend. So I can't see who you are, so you need to give permission for those comments or pop over onto the Hugs and Kisses Facebook page instead. You should be right there. Marg, hi, Del, hi, Liz, Chris, and oh, you're all there waiting for me. Gwen, Janie, my flying geese are going well. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. Gidget, Susan, Karen, and Facebook user again. So hi, Shelley. So we're good on the page and we're good on YouTube. If you're in the group, the Stitch with Helen group, then you just need to allow those comments to be shown, or else I won't know who you are. Hi, Donna. Made it home. So Joe and I very quickly went to the exhibition. Yes, I can see you, Fiona. Thank you. Thank you. I can see you. So something you did worked. That's good. Hi, Sue. Okay, that was a no-show there. Facebook user, hi, Helen. So I'm not sure who you are. So just click on that link and give permission to be live to show your comments through Facebook, and then I can see who you are. Okay. If it's not working for you, then pop over onto the Hugs and Kisses page instead of the group, and it should work for you there. Hi, Bronwyn. Yeah, so the exhibitions, if you're local, worth getting into. I think it's there for a couple of weeks. There's lots of really interesting different techniques and methods and some, really interesting like art quilt and textile art type things. Oh, you were on the page, Fiona. I'm just wondering whether you had to re-give the permission because of the glitch that they had last week, because they had to completely rewrite the API, I think. So, although for most of you I can see you. Hi, Caroline. How, Catherine? Hi. Most of you I can see. So unsure. Anyway, we'll get it all sorted eventually. But at least they've got my page connected again and everyone else's who had the issue. I'm just going to hide our countdown, get rid of that. All right, it's still there. Jar is there. So Shelley's, thanks for the live last week, tutorial last week. Oh, good. That's did it help you? Did it help work out the zip? It was pretty easy, wasn't it, really, in the end? Hi, Sharon. So you're all obviously sitting there waiting for me to get here. Sorry, I was just a little bit late, but it wasn't too long at all, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, so I haven't got an awful lot to show you tonight. It might be a little bit quicker tonight because I thought I was actually going to be a bit later, but I'll show you a couple of things. Always got something to show you, show and tell, and something to talk about, nothing about, but hopefully you'll pick up something that might help. Okay, it's actually pretty cold in here. Yes, I might. Chilly again tonight. So much for that little sneak peek of spring. We've had a lot of rain, which is good. Not complaining about the rain from my new garden bed. But it has come back very cold again tonight. So it is a bit chilly in here. That's all right. I've got my granny rub on. I'm good. And Bentley is going to get into whatever he can get into. Thank you. It's not for you. Thank you. I didn't bring his bed in. Here you are. Sit on this blanket and don't eat it. There you are, on your bed. All right. So the live last week definitely helped on sewing my patch not after dinner, started stitching down. Okay, Fiona, good. So yeah, it's actually not tricky at all, but I know it's just not normal, that method of putting the zip in. So it's not what you think it's going to be. And but it's actually really simple. Facebook user, hi Helen. Sorry, I can't see who you are. So the last person that commented there, if you can see a link up above, just to tap and give BeLive permission to show your comments, then I can see who you are. And I will know who I'm talking to. Hi, Colleen. Hi. All right. So let's start with a few things that have come in this week. First up is this new sashiko panel. So it is printed onto like a blue linen. So it's actually from Devonstone. So it's like the stitchery panels, like the Natalie Bird stitchery panels and things, but it's on a navy and it's been printed on there. So you can just stitch over the printed lines. We also have the sashiko threads. I think I showed you those a few weeks ago. So on a panel, you actually get 2 repeats. So it's about 20 inches and you get 2 repeats of the same pattern. So there's a bunny there. Is it a bunny or is it a hare? Let's just go to the overhead and have a look at this. Because if you saw my hi Steph, hi Wendy, if you saw my query, my call for help with ideas on Facebook this week about our new shapes, you will see someone said bunny and someone else said hares. So I know there's a difference, but I wasn't exactly sure what. So I Googled it to see what. And hares have much longer legs and big long ears. Now this bunny's got quite big ears. He's got short legs. So maybe he's a crossbreed between a bunny and a hare. Not quite sure there. You think that's a hare, Gidget? Yes, probably, because the ears are definitely longer, but the legs aren't long. So it might actually just be someone's perception of what they thought. So anyway, this is the sashiko panel. So they're on the website now. I think that would be quite fun. And there's 2 panels, so you could cut those apart once you'd stitch them. And I would put stabilizer on the back. And then, or you could just stitch the whole panel together, I suppose, and not cut them apart. But it does have the cutting seam allowances between the blocks to make them into blocks, and then piece those together into a nice Japanese style quilt. So it's actually really nice, but it's on the same base linen, as I said, that the normal like Natalie Bird stitchery panels are on. So hairline fraction, very funny, that's coming. Yes. All right, so that's the sashiko stitchery panel. And what else is new? Okay, we've got a couple of new conversational prints. I actually had these last week and I forgot to show you because we had several Snuggly Bug requests. So we're just always on the lookout for fabrics that are good for those. So this one's got robots, monster cars, bikes, old tape recorder, cassette tape, skulls, skate, gaming on it. So we quite often get gaming, skateboards, quite often get skateboards. So yeah, that's just a good conversational print for things like I Spy quilts or for our Snuggly Bug quilts. If you're on the list for that, be warned, I think there's about to come another request for 3 quilts. Will be coming out. We're just waiting on the details of the 3rd child, and there'll be another 3 requests coming. So that one's pretty cool. It's not on the website yet, so I'll have to put on there. It's called Monster Mash, that one from Makawa, Monster Mash. And then this one is sort of like superheroes. So it's like a cartoon, you know, all the superhero type cartoony things. It's not actually a licensed print, but again, if you had someone who liked all your superheroes and cartoons and things, it would be a good one. Hi, Cheryl. And hi to the next person who I can't see your name. Just need to click on that link up further to allow your name to be seen, shared with BeLive and Facebook. So that's another one. That's a pretty cool one. Nice, fun, bright print. Okay. And just a word on the Snuggly Bugs. We've just secured a small donation from Wilson's Security through their community service charter. And hi, Jenny. A little bit late. I was a bit late too, so you haven't missed much. You can catch up on replay. So anyway, Wilson Security have just made a donation which allowed me to go shopping and buy a year's worth of polar fleece for our backings, and I'll also be sending some dollars to our wonderful quilter Hillary to help cover the threads and the postage that she incurs every time. But whilst they were reading my submission and looking into the details of it, they realised that one of their own actually is currently undergoing cancer treatment, a young girl. So they've actually now requested a quilt, which is, of course, we're more than happy to do for them because that's what the whole program is about. So hi, Kathy. So it's one of the requests that will be coming up next week. Gorgeous little girl who has requested, or they requested a quilt for her. So always good to do that, you know, give back both directions. They've given us a lovely donation and we'll certainly give back to them. Okay, next I'm going to show you, we had a huge amount of new bag hardware come in this week. Let me switch over to the overhead again. And I'm just going to, I'll just pop the link for the sashiko panel in. Okay, and next is these black bag zippers. So black with an antique bronze zipper. And these are all the bag number 5 zippers that have got the acrylic zipper teeth. So they're not metal. They look like metal, but they're not, which is great because you can cut through them with your scissors. I wouldn't use my good Karen K Buckleys, but you can cut through them and you can sew through them without breaking your needle, but then they look like metal. So they're not expensive and they're really easy to use. And these ones come, each meter comes with a matching antique bronze rose zipper pull. So, but it's just 1 per meter. Obviously, we have a whole stack of others as well that you can buy extras because you might not need a meter zip. You might need more pulls than what you've got a zipper. So we've got a whole stack separately as well. So that's the black, which I think is pretty cool and would look good in so many things. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Marg. I think you were there before. And then we had the denim in before in just one colorway and they sold out straight away. So now we have the denim with the bronze teeth, denim with gunmetal black teeth, denim with silver, and denim with rainbow. And I've got a feeling we also have denim with rose gold already, but perhaps not. If not, I should have got them all. So you can see the rainbow teeth, silver, gunmetal black, and the antique bronze. So these denim ones are really cool. They would suit so many different styles of fabrics, including just making a bag out of all your old denim jean scraps. If you're like me and you keep them all and collect them, because one day you're going to make something out of all those old denim jeans. Oh, hi, Anne. Do you put the pulls on a zipper? Do I personally put them on? No, but yes, you would put them on the zipper. Or are you asking that you want me to put it on before it goes? We're waiting on a new product to come, and when that comes, I'm going to demonstrate this new little tool that helps you put your pulls on your zippers, but it'll be a couple of weeks away. Use some denim in. Oh, you've used some of the denim, Anne. Oh, which bag? Okay, with pinks. I look forward to seeing that. No, I think the denim sold out straight away that we had, so we've got a heap more now because, yeah, they were really popular. It's very versatile, and particularly if you can't match a colour, Denim looks good with everything, doesn't it? You can wear anything with denim jeans. So they're new in. Then we now have stock in 4 colourways of all your bag parts. So we've got gunmetal black, antique bronze, rainbow, and rose gold. There are more colours, but there's just so many we can't keep them all. So I figure we've covered everything with these. So there's obviously silver, there's chrome, there's just a normal gold, and there's a matte black. There's a few others. So we can get it in special order, but we're just going to stock the 4 colours. I think that covers everyone. And we've also got it in, we've got the 1 inch and the 1.5 inch. So, okay, Andrea, I will demonstrate that as soon as they arrive. Yeah, they can be really fiddly. It can be. So what we've got in each colourway, we have got, do I need to zoom in a bit here? Let me zoom in a bit. Oh, yes, I remember that now, Anne. Yes, I do remember you showed me that. I'd forgotten that. Okay, let's zoom in a bit here. So we have got the swivel clasps here, and they've got the little clip hinge there. You can see that there. So that will just snap over on the other side of your handle, depending on what you've used. So it might be a D-ring, might be this triangle type thing, whatever you've used. It might even just be a fabric loop. We've got that in 1 inch and 1.5 inch. Then we've got the D-ring in 1 inch and 1.5 inch. So pretty standard sizes that the webbing and everything come in as well. So they're fairly standard sizes. I know there are a lot more, but we've just got the most common for bag making. Then we've got the little triangle clips here. So again, you could put a little fabric loop around that out of a seam to hold that into your seam, and then you clip and go into this little triangle bit. We've got the double sliders. So this is what you're using on your adjustable straps and things, where you're weaving it through and then back through, so you can use adjustable straps in 1.5 and 1 inch. And this is just an extra charm that came as well. We've got in all 4 colours. So that's the floral wreath. We had that in the rose gold. They sold out, so we restocked and got the other colours as well. So that's a lovely zipper pull. Yeah. Okay, so all those have come. It was a very big order. I happily went shopping one night and had to stop myself. Wendy, looking forward to the new tool too. Yes. Donna, coming to Tassie. Excellent. Excellent. We'll look forward to seeing you. And yeah, we have quite a range in store now. I know you can get, a lot more online, but when you want it today and you want to see it, it's nice to have it on hand. Okay, what else have I got to show you? I'm going to show you. Remember last week I showed you how to put the binding on this zipper in the Honeycomb hokum pouch, because it was a little bit of a different method. If you weren't here last week, watch the replay and it will show you how easy it is. And I finished it, obviously. So this is my finished pouch. So it's the Honeycomb hokum pouch that I've shown you before. We've had it out in the beautiful laundry basket blues, and we've still got those available as well. But because I was asked to demonstrate the binding, I thought, well, I'll use the opportunity to make a different version because they're so quick and simple to make. And we pulled out some old Tildas that we had at the shop that we had enough of. Yes, I had seen Robin's beautiful version with old Tildas too, and it was very pretty. So as we're doing the Tilda event next year, it was a good opportunity to make a sample ready for that. But we do have the kits ready now, so if you can't wait and you're not coming to the Tilda event, which, by the way, you would have noticed is sold out in Melbourne and not many seats left in Brisbane, then we will have them there as well. So that is using the pink zipper with the rose gold teeth. Not much of the zipper showing. I did pull my binding back a little bit just to show a bit more instead of going hard up against the teeth. And then it had the lovely rose gold version of that rose zipper pull. And then it's using the mod honeycombs with our little spacer and our fusible permanent glue that I've demonstrated before. So you can go back and see how we did that as well. Or I'm about to demonstrate mod diamonds in a minute, and it'll be my first try. So I'm trying it with you, but I'm going to do it in a minute. So Viona, yes, I would love this kit for this Tilda patch, please. Yes, I knew you were waiting for it. I have put it on the website, but if you want to email Jo, I think you've got an order sitting there, Viona. She might be able to add it to it and send you an invoice, so you don't have to cop the shipping again. Okay, so I think that's really pretty, isn't it? Soft and pretty. Soft and pretty. And it's just what all the pinks and greens that we had left in the shop, with enough to cut a few kits for you. And again, I've used the Vic Textiles, the new Matilda's own polyfoam foam batting instead of the soft and stable or the inner form foam, which works really well. Okay. All right, and one more bit of show and tell. I just finished this just before we came tonight. It's an old pattern. It's the Monster Pin Cushion from the Hexi Club range. And again, I've just made a sample in Tilda's. So that is not kitted and it's not on the website yet. I've literally just finished it. I haven't even sewn my opening shut yet. But some of you may have made the Monster Pin Cushion before. It's just got the big hexes on the top. This is using Cotton Beach Tilda range. So another sample ready for next year. And then it's got a little hexie here for your scissor pull. Not scissor pull, scissor keeper. And then it's got a magnet on it. So that just pops on there. And it's got this little strap there. So you can just tuck your scissors in there so they're not flying everywhere. And you've got a big Monster Pin Cushion. So I can put all my pins in there. Hundreds of pins in there. So that's a good one to have near your sewing machine with all your pins in there. All goodies there. So it's not there yet. But I just finished it, so I don't get to do show and tell with anyone except all of you. Wendy, the kit for the honeycomb hokum. I'm about to. Here you are. I'll put the link into the comments, and you can just click on that link when you're finished and go and order it. So I think that went in. There it is. Probably went in twice. Okay. So that's the end of my show and tell. And now I'm going to just do a quick little demo. So I think I told you several weeks ago that I was starting to play with more shapes in the modern EP method. So I've done lots of hexes, and then we did honeycombs. And tonight I'm trying diamonds. And I had a sheet of paper with my printout, and I didn't bring it up with me, so I'm going to have to guess this, how it went. But it had my layout, so I've already prepped all my diamonds, again using the Cotton Beach fabrics. So I've fused them all on, and I've glued all the edges over. And so now I just need to place them all out. And this is where, if I had my layout guide that I did on the computer, I would know where they went. Anyway, I've cut my background piece to size, because this one I'm actually going to make into a project. It's not going to be just a table runner. So I've designed all the project, and this is a specific size. And then I fold it in half and in half, and just pressed the crease. So I've got my half lines. Sometimes I've used a blue pen, remember, and drawn those straight lines to get me started. And then I've got my spacer guide here. So that's my little, I'm using 1.5 inch 60-degree diamond papers. So that's the little cutout in the middle, and that tells me that they're 1.5 inch, and it's got a 3/16 space. I haven't taken the backing off that yet. I'll be able to read it easier if I did that. Can't really see it. There you are. Okay. And here's my spacer guide. So I'm going to start by just quickly laying them out. Now, I'm not entirely sure on my layout because I didn't bring it with me. So I've got a feeling it's only 3 rows, which would mean it's 1, 2, 3. So I'll just lay them out roughly first and see if I get through them all. Takes a little bit of time. And maybe I didn't quite have it right because I seem to have a lot of leftover shapes. So much for getting organised and printing it all out and then leaving it upstairs. Leaving it downstairs, I mean, in my rush to get back in time. So I seem to have too many left over. So I'm thinking now that I had an extra row. So anyway, you get the gist. I'll finish this myself because I don't think I've got, or maybe I've got 2 extra rows. Maybe I can just go like this. This might work. Either that or I counted very wrong and I've done many more than I needed to. All right, one there. It's not quite right, but I'll check that later. You got the idea. Or maybe I did a couple of spares. I might have done a couple of spares. I quite often do. So then I just look to make sure I've got it all evenly balanced. That's not too bad. If I blur my eyes, it's not too bad. And then I'm going to start with my very center one on the 2 creases there, like that. And I would take my washable, flexible, permanent glue pen, my Arlene's Fabric Fusion glue pen. And I would glue down with little dots. And this one's nearly empty. So for the purpose of demonstrating, even though I'm not going to waste it, I'm going to squeeze every drop out of it. I'm going to get the new one. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jeanette. Always the dishes. How dare they? You can watch it on replay. Oh, if I can get it out, it's great glue, Michelle. Okay. So I'm just going to put just little dots around the seam allowance so I know that's not going to flick out. And put it with my points on both creases. Then I'm going to take my spacer guide put it over the top. As I said, this is the first time I'm testing this, so I might make my spacer guide just a little bit bigger when I do it again. Little dots around the outside edge, and I'll do my next one using that center crease, getting my points. When I glued my edges over with the diamonds, you sometimes get a little tail. Because I want to just glue this down and machine it back, I glued those, if it stuck out, I glued those tails back under. So that's why you're not seeing any little tails, because I'm just going to glue this down and then machine quilt it, remember? So if I was hand stitching, I'd tuck the tails under while I was stitching. So this one I'm going to put outside my spacer guide, and I'm just lining up. I'm using my line of sight to make sure that that's a straight row there. What I could also do on this spacer guide is I could put some little lines on there, engrave some little lines just to help with that. See, that's why it's always good to have your prototype and then test and test and test. Everything that someone might come up with or might make a mistake with, you've got to allow for. Okay, so then, oh no, I can do these ones down here too while I've got that on there. So I can do every side of the spacer guide before I need to move it to the next one. And that will keep everything lined up and nice and straight and easy. So I do pick up one at a time so that I can make sure, I'm not on the camera, I can make sure I'm getting the dots on the seam allowance, so they're all going to be glued under. Is there a spacer guide for the Honeycomb EPPs? Yes, there is, Caroline. Yeah. How did you make your spacer guide? We have a laser machine, so we a very big, expensive machine. So we're lucky that we can design and make all these things. It's Lorraine. It's a different glue to Roxanne's. So this one is the third glue I use. So Roxanne's is a temporary water-soluble basting glue. So if I was going to stitch this all down, I would use Roxanne's and then it would wash out. But with this method, we're not stitching it down, we're just quilting. So it's a permanent fabric glue, a permanent flexible fabric glue. So that's why it's for a different purpose to Roxanne's. So the three glues I use are Roxanne's, the Soline glue pen, and now the permanent Arlene's fabric glue. So again, little dots around the edge, and then line it up with my guide. It's keeping everything nice and straight, or as straight as you possibly can. I'm going to leave that one until I've moved my guide up there, because I could, even though I can get my point level, I don't have my center crease anymore. So I could go a little bit skew-if, so I'll just leave that. Now, when it comes to the guide, you don't have to use a guide. You can eyeball it if you want, but it does just really help to get everything nice and straight and even. So now that I've on that one, I'll do this one. Oops. And this one. Oops. Bit of glue on my fingers, sticking to everything. Oh, and I can do this one up here too. Hello to Mum if you've remembered to watch. Don't know if you're here or not because you can't comment, but if you're there, hello. Anyway, you get the idea, so I won't make you watch me glue up the whole thing. I will finish this off during the week and show you next week the glued up quilted panel. It may not be the project yet because I may use the project for something secret. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to use it for. I just got the idea for the project. But we shall see. What are you grumbling about, Mr. Bentley? Okay, that's enough of watching paint dry or watching me glue for now. But you've got the gist, and now I'll just continue. And I will also check my layout guide to make sure I did have it right before I've glued them all down. It's a bit late now if I don't because I've glued all those there and they're now permanent, but that's okay. I'm just going to open the door for the dog. There you go. Missed a couple of questions. Robin, the spacer guide and glue are fantastic for the honeycomb happen patch, especially when it comes to keep quilting them in straight lines. Yes, the straighter you get them glued down, the easier it is then when you're quilting in straight lines, because if they're not straight and they're going skew, and you're trying to quilt straight lines, you're going to have to curve your lines or you're going to miss the points. So that's why it is easier, and they're not expensive than just trying to eyeball it, but you can. And what else? I've got some more questions there. Looks very pretty. Put my spacer in a safe place. I know, Fiona. Don't worry. I spent all day looking for mine too. I can't find the honeycomb one. That's all right. They should be somewhere. And then I looked for my hexagon ones, and last week I had 5 in the one bag because I lose it and get another one. Any other questions or comments there? No, that's it. So it is looking very pretty, isn't it? So this is Tilda Cotton Beach. I'm not sure that we've got some of these fabrics, though. I used them out of a fat 1/8 pack, and then when I saw the bolts, I'm not sure we've got them. I'm hoping we've got them at the shop still to be able to kit this project up. Otherwise, it'll be very similar because we've got lots of them, but it might just be slightly different, which is okay. It'll still look very pretty. So that's mod diamonds. I think that's going to work. I just have to work how I'm going to do the quilting, but I think this will be quite simple actually. It'll just be 60-degree lines in 2 directions and we'll have it all covered. Or I could also go straight lines that way, and that would lock all the corners down as well. So there are a few different ways I could quilt it, but I'll show you what I decided next week. How big are the diamonds? These ones are 1.5 inch, so 1.5 inch along the side. We also do have 2 inch and 1 inch and probably 3/4 inch as well. They'd be tiny. Bev, these? Yes, these are the iron-on leave-in papers. So these are our EPP iron-ons, so they don't have to come out. There's some there just to show you like that. So they're cut from our applique paper. They're water-soluble, so when you finish, if you want to, you just wash it and they dissolve. Otherwise, I just leave it, and that gives it nice stability anyway. They'll soften over time. Okay, so let's come back and say hello. Oops. So that's all I've got to show you tonight, really. Just a little quick demo, and we finished in record time. Well, 40 minutes still. We started about 8 minutes past 7, just a little bit late. If there's no other questions, yeah, just a quick one tonight. I'll have this finished next week, and I know we've had a request to demo and give you some ideas for labelling your quilts, but I just wasn't prepped for that tonight. So that's, oh, and I forgot the Christmas projects. We forgot to do our Christmas projects for tonight, so that was a bit naughty. And Donna, that was your idea, and you're at the shop today. You forgot that too. So it's not just my memory. Okay. So thank you. I better draw the winner, and we do still have a couple of people that aren't showing up their names. So you haven't given permission to show your comments, or you're in the group instead of on the Facebook page. So hopefully that you won't be drawn. I know that sounds horrible, but if you're drawn, I don't know who you are, so I can't do anything about it. So let's just what was that one there? Looks like a kitten spacer coming up. Lovely top you're wearing. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yes, it is. It's like a, you know, a poncho, but it's got this really nice collar on it. It's pretty, isn't it? I got it at a local homemade market here a month or so ago. So it's nice, isn't it? Okay, so let me get rid of the comments so I can see the jar, and I'm going to get rid of that so I'm a bit bigger, and we're going to pick a winner. There's lots of little bubbles in there, lots of faces, and the winner is Sue McConaughey. I think it is McConaughey. I never know how to say your name, but I think that's right. Can you all see that? Yes, I know, Donna. You are excused. You are very excused. Oh, hi, Karen. We've just drawn. We're just about to finish. I was a bit late, but you'll have to watch it on catch up. And there is a little demo there on Mod Diamonds that I'm experimenting with. So, Sue, if there's anything else you want, just either way, just drop Jo a line with your address, and she will send a little parcel out to you. Not quite sure what it'll be this week, but just be something, a little surprise to get in the mail. Oh, I can't read that. Sorry, Sue Yardy. I can't, if that's how you say your name. I'm sorry, I can't read that language, so I'll have to check that later. Okay, so that's it for tonight. I should see you all next week. Miss Matilda's coming home Monday night, so I've got Tilly here for a couple of weeks. It'll be nice. Hasn't been home since Easter, so it'll be nice to see her. And I'll come up with something to show you and chat to you about next week. If you've got any ideas or requests, let me know. See you all then. Have a lovely night and a lovely stitchy week.